You're listening to 1069 Click FM, live in color.
Hello again, everybody. I am somewhat awake, but I have had coffee. It is Saturday morning here on 1069 Click FM, and another stupid sports show is back on the air for some Big Ten football. And I kid you not, there are a lot of people wearing red jackets and wearing the headdress of the Royal Order of the Water Buffalo in Bloomington, Indiana, and they are very excited for a football program which, according to their Wikipedia page, has the most losses of any Division I football program and the fourth worst winning percentage of any FBS team with over 1,000 games played. And no coach has left the school since 1948 with a winning record in the football program. Logan, William, MKI, anybody else who wandered in here, welcome. I do not know what to expect out of this game. I only know is that when we ran the poll this week, it was a three-way tie between three other games, and people were like, yeah, you're going to stream all three, right? I was like, no, my body cannot take that, and I need my time. So the only natural reaction was to stream the game that, as far as I can tell, only got one vote. So to whoever got that, you got your wish coming true. We're about to have kickoff. Looks like Washington is going to be receiving first. And Logan, now that I've gotten all the introductory nonsense out of the way, I am genuinely interested. What does Wisconsin have going for them that could give them an upset against Penn State? Meanwhile, the kick for Washington is going to be taken a few yards back out of the end zone, but they won't get, I think, further than the 15. And very well met and quickly by the Indiana special teams. And now Washington, they lost so many starters last year in the graduating class. And yeah, they are not even in the top 25 anymore, I don't think. Did they even get any votes? Well, they did no, that's Washington State. My mistake. Oh yeah, it's all gonna be a letdown after last night, and a sack down to the 8. First sack of the game. Number 1, Asbury gets one for Indiana. And the Bloomington crowd cheers. Let's see, mochaccino, corned beef hash, eggs, and rice. Oh, that sounds like a good breakfast. From the gun on 2nd and 18, and they got nailed for procedure. Indiana will gladly take it and push Washington back even further with that 5-yard penalty. They've only allowed their opponents to score a combined 16 over the past 3 games. All right. They do get a quick throw up the middle, back up to the 20, so they gain back their lost yardage, plus about 5 more. So 3rd down and 9, better than could have been. All right. Well, actually, what time is that game? Oh, it's 6:30 tonight. Well, best of luck to you. We're at 3rd and 8, looking over the far side of the field, and there comes the pressure again. Incomplete. I guess he got the ball far enough that it couldn't be called intentional grounding. Oh, never mind. They call intentional grounding anyway. Oh, oh, this is everything this home crowd could have wanted. I'm trying to. That's something I need to figure out. When the hell did Indiana last start the season 8-0? All right, punt reception made it to 28, and then he just kind of runs around like a fool. He gets knocked back to the 22. Oh, never mind. I take it back. I take it back. I think we might get something just as insane as last night's game. Forget having an American referee sneak into the CFL game. We are going to see Indiana football reemerge from a 7-0 start. All right. By the way, this is a new quarterback because the guy who had helped get them to a 7-0 start to get on the season got an injured thumb last week, had to get surgery. So this is somebody new, Taven Jackson. He's a transfer from Tennessee. Was able to get 2 touchdowns when he came on in relief last week. So he has that going for him. Wow! And the receiver had it but could not control. Incomplete. All right, 3rd and 6. Okay. That's tonight. Right. So it's just endless sports all the way into the evening. Be sure to pace yourself, folks. Drink plenty of water. All right. And now we get a flag even before they snap. More procedure. Oh, I wouldn't doubt it, True North. I would not doubt it. Well, at least we got some early day hockey. Red Wings versus Sabres and Wild versus Flyers at 1 p.m. Oh, 12 for us. A very delayed handoff, but it's not going to go very far. Great pursuit by the Washington line to go and catch up. And now Indiana has to punt. Okay, has Indiana... All I'm getting is stories about how great it is that Indiana is undefeated because it's making a good economic impact for the area. Wow, good punt. Pinned him against the sideline. He had to call a fair catch at the 29. All right, now we got ourselves a commercial break. Let's look in on what I'm sure are many other interesting games going on at the moment. I mean, we did get Kennesaw State notching their first victory over Liberty, who was undefeated. So we have had good football this week because anybody that can, ruin Liberty University's day, they're already good and excellent in my book. Well, that remains to be seen, MKI. We've still got a whole bloody 3 quarters of this game to go. Meanwhile, Ole Miss is already ahead of Oklahoma 7-0, and they haven't, and there's barely 3 minutes gone in that game. Notre Dame Navy is a scoreless affair so far. Then again, they've just gotten started. And we're still waiting for Nebraska and Ohio State to decide when they'd like to join the party. Yeah. It's always weird when it lines up like that. Oh wow, there's a lot of writing about all the different coaches, and some have much more drama than others. Okay, so looking back, this is more about Indiana. In their 1945 season, they were 9-0-1. So there's no indication that Indiana has ever even had an undefeated season. And holy crap, they weren't kidding about that lack of winning records. I just looked at the extensive list of coaches. No wonder they're cheering so loud right now. Oh, he's going to spend time in the G League too. Good for him. That'll be three yards on the ground for Coleman. 2nd and 7 coming up for the Huskies. All right. And then a great defensive stop. Coleman met at the line by number 2 and number 6. Number 6, Mikhail Kamara, the defensive end, coming in there just like a shot to make that running play go nowhere. 3rd and 7 now for the Huskies. Noise coming up here again in Bloomington. Hey, gotta take the victories where we can sometimes, True North. All the time, but great job by the defense to hold on to the receivers, stop him short of the sticks. Barely half a yard. I think they're going to go for it. Yeah, they're already lined up. They might be trying to catch him in offsides. They show extra, and they break it. Just breaking through the tackles. That's Coleman again for Washington, gaining them the first down. Very brave, going for it in their own territory. All right, down to 9:53 to go in the first, and maybe Washington will get over the 50-yard line. Send a receiver motion the other direction. It'll be pitched down underneath for a screen for their running back. Gets the first down a little bit more. Will get popped at the Indiana 45. As Davis on the reception for Washington that time. No kidding. Dwayne Wade got a statue. Oh, yeah. Well, he won a couple of championships for him. Seems only right. All right, 1st and 10 now. Davis went down officially at the 43. Overloading the far slot in this compact formation. Single back. They will hand it off and maybe get 2. All right. Oh my goodness, through the hands of one receiver and into the hands of another. No, that was. Huh. Yeah, through the hands of one receiver and into the hands of another. That is bullshit luck if I have ever seen it. And the fact that he only managed to deflect it a little bit, even luckier. And it's quickly picked. Oh, goodness. All that work, and it gets blown up by a pick 6. Indiana is on the board first. Bloomington has erupted. Like they don't know what to do. They're all in shock. I am too. They're just letting the crowd scream for a while. And that was D'Angelo Pons, defensive back, who somehow he saw what was going on with another attempted screen on the near side, and he snuck right in there and snatched it out of the air. Jordan Love as the most unpredictable QB. Oh my goodness. And it got tipped too into the hands of Pons. Sorry. Point after is good. Indiana is up early on the hands of their defensive back, D'Angelo Pons, 7-0 from a pick 6. All right, and Notre Dame has joined the scoring as well. They have drawn first blood against Navy, 7-0. Woo! Meanwhile, Nebraska and Ohio State are scoreless in the first quarter. I'm assuming that's where Cornman is right now. Hope this team's doing well against what I'm sure is going to be a game. Maybe the best we can hope for out of a Nebraska-Ohio State game is that, well, even if Ohio State loses, at least the NCAA will find it in their heart to clarify whatever rule may have accidentally caused Ohio State to lose. I mean, it already worked once. Why not try it twice? Oh, damn. I feel bad for the Jaguars. They have to play Green Bay tomorrow. Oh no, is that going to be my local game? I didn't even look at the broadcast map yet this week. Oh, life getting in the way of life. You know how it goes, folks. Okay, so damn. I get to watch Chicago. I get to watch Cincinnati. I get to watch Green Bay over the air. But, Lions, Titans. Man, more people in Indiana are going to be able to watch the Lions Titans game than around me. This is fantastic. Well, looks like we'll have to sail the seven seas tomorrow for Detroit, Tennessee. And there will be bingo. Like I promised, we will have bingo for tomorrow's NFL game. I think it's only fair. Especially if anybody can win bingo off the back of some Lions pain. We'll get another handoff to Coleman meanwhile. Gain of, I don't know if there was anything for Coleman on that play. 2nd and 10. Looking over the NFL schedule right now, I think I might be. I know the Patriots probably aren't going to win, but I really hope that they would. All right. Another great tackle by the Indiana defense, only a gain of 3. Washington has a 3rd and long coming up. Oh, yeah, they're getting loud again. I don't see the camera shaking. I don't know if we're at that point. He has to wait, and once again, the pass was made, but absolutely no yak, and the receiver was a few yards shy. We're down to 6:19 to go here in the first, and so far, what can I say? Indiana handling themselves very well. So here's the punt. I'll back him up to the 13 that time. He decides to run forward and makes it to the 30. Yeah! We have made progress. The punt returner ran forward this time. Now, here's my other thought about the whole Jordan Love most unpredictable QB. I want to know if they mean unpredictable as in you don't know what version of Jordan Love you're going to get in a game, or unpredictable as in the defense can't predict what he's going to do. Jaguars prepare for NFL's most unpredictable QB. Fearless pass attempts frequently launched downfield have ended in disaster, while several others have been completed for scores. Basically, at this rate, it's starting to feel less like good luck with quarterbacks and maybe more like some kind of possession or curse that now happens to every Green Bay QB. Oh god, that's going to be an A24 movie in 3 years, isn't it? Especially because that paragraph it could describe Jordan Love or any of the 2 previous quarterbacks that they've had. And they just have to keep growing and expanding that Big Ten across the country animation every time they suck up another school. Wow, they have to go back to 1970 to Lee Corso from 1973 to 1982. And that wasn't even a championship year. Yeah. Well, MKI, I don't know what recent events is going to do to the odds making for the how will Jordan Love disappoint us as a human being pool that's going on all the sports betting apps. But I definitely think that some things will need to be readjusted in light of all the rallies that are going on. All right. Indiana at it again. They were able to get it back to the 33 on that, and then the receiver falls down on the attempted throw. There is a flag, however. Are we talking pre-throw shenanigans, so perhaps a hold? Or are we going full pass interference? Yeah, that is pass interference, spot foul, automatic first down. Well, easy first down now for Indiana. Yeah, only ranked 13. I guess that makes sense now that I know a little more about them. All the time in the pocket, easy pass to the far side to number 13. First down like it's no big deal. And that was Elijah Surratt getting the completion into Huskies territory. From the 42, another quick pass to the same side. And that is number 44, Zach Horton. A little short, 2nd and 2. Yep. They tried to do a play once too often. Indiana read it and just boom. They'll fake the throw this time, and it's a little too far for the go. That'll be 3rd and 2. Clock down to 4:07. Hope you're doing well today, Leif. All right. And here we are, 3rd and 2. And damn, they try to go up the middle. I think he's going to be short. Yeah, I think he's going to be short. Yeah, about 1.5 feet. And they're going for it, and I think they may have stuffed him. Oh, no. Washington thinks they've stopped it. But now they have to stop the clock again. They'll probably have to reset it because it ran for a little bit. Oh, we're getting a proper measurement, folks, to see if the tip of that ball nicked the first down. Not sure it did. That feels like a lot of chain. And it is just enough chain. by the clip. It is a turnover on downs. Wow. Nicotine pouches during Monday Night Football game against Ravens. No. Oh, no. It's worse than we thought. Baker Mayfield is channeling the spirit of Smokin' Jay Cutler. Oh, this can't go anywhere but badly. And now he's in Florida. Oh, he is 3 years away from turning into Florida, man, and making meth inside of a ceramic mango. All right. Back to the scoring, and still scoreless right now between Nebraska and Ohio State. Buckeyes have 39 in their own territory. Not something I would have thought to happen. Meantime, Notre Dame is up 14-0 now over Navy. Only got about 5.5 minutes to go in the first quarter of that game. Oklahoma still waiting to get on the board against Ole Miss. And Washington just got a stop on a 4th and inches play. Wow. Wow. And the company scolds him for using it. Yeah. Basically, they just told him, don't do it on TV because we don't want to be marketing to kids that might be watching. You know what? Fair. Good cover of your ass, even though it is, used a lot of the time by young men. So, all right, 3:29, and they're able to get a decent, thought it was going to be a decent round out of Coleman, but he ended up skating along a line of blockers, maybe only gained a 2 or 3. Well, once again, that's Pons getting in on the tackle. He's the guy who got the pick 6 earlier. And he's the one who limited it to a 2-yard gain for Coleman. 2nd and 8. I'm not sure who they were looking for, but they nearly got another pick. Fisher. A couple pumps from Williams. And did not, just off his hand. And now the roar comes up from the Loyal at Bloomington. We are down to 2:45. Pressure comes in. Williams dodges out of it, and it's going to come back to bite him. Ball does come out afterwards, so Washington fell on it. Either way, it's going to be possession Washington. Either way, nothing's going to immediately change. Yeah, he is down. His elbow hit, then the ball comes out. This shouldn't even be much of a question. Oh, and they're just going to review it anyway, just to make sure. But, I mean, it was a pretty clear angle just from the head on of him getting tackled. He had it secured, threw it, and his elbow hit the ground. I wasn't able to see his knee, but at the very least, if his elbow hit the ground, we could assume his knee hit the ground at some point too. Elbow hits, then the ball comes out. No question about it. He should be down, and if it's not a first down, then they won't have more than a yard to go. Yeah, even the announcers agree with me. And they did get the first down. Okay. Good. Down to 2:12 in the first. And Washington, come on. Don't throw it away again. All right, going to throw again. Manages to connect over the middle and get down to the 40. I think that's Boston on the reception for the Huskies. Yeah, because we all know that both Mike McDaniel and Baker Mayfield are using the same substances on the sideline. Of course, that's totally no nicotine vapor in Mike McDaniel's little pocket smoker. All right, down to 115, and Coleman will break through a couple of tackles in the backfield to make it to the 35. Although it is interesting, I don't think we've ever been able to directly spot, or maybe I've missed the video of McDaniel's vaping on the sideline. I don't recall any companies going after him for doing it on national TV. So 3rd and short now for the Huskies after that run. And they're going to set up rather quickly to get another play out before the end of the first half. And then, never mind, they'll take a timeout by Washington here at the end of the first quarter with 13 seconds left. I don't. Okay. Sure. Well, they don't give a damn here in Bloomington, Indiana. They play jump around in the first quarter. Yeah. Something happened on that after that damn first game, and we've been on a bit of a tear. I look at the schedule during the break and offer what limited thoughts I can, but yeah, we're 5-1. third in the Metropolitan Division last I checked. Is able to get away before he's hit. A little bit far for Boston. And now they will have to deal with 4th and 1. Oh my goodness. They're going for it on 4th and 1. And Coleman will try to go around, and he will not make it. He didn't follow the lineman. The Indiana defense got into the backfield and forced him to the outside. Turnover on downs. Indiana will continue their streak of not having given up any points in the first quarter this season. Wow. Coleman does manage to get a decent stiff arm to push off the initial tackler, but he could not get away from number 25 and number 24 racing in to stop him. Oh, so the Devils are first now at 5-4-2. Meanwhile, Indiana will get a quick run up the middle for 3. All right. Holy crap. Indiana on top 7-0 at the end of the first quarter. Caps are still holding strong at 3rd place in the Metropolitan. I'll go look at their schedule, say a thing or two when I get back, but for right now, get some water, hit the bathroom, open the windows. Second quarter of Indiana-Washington will be back in just a little bit here on another Stupid Sports Show. Thanks for tuning in. All right, we are back. 2nd and 8 now for the Hoosiers here on another Stupid Sports Show. Yeah, Indiana football. Because the Big Ten is where all the action is at by virtue of having so many damn teams. This is going to be a run on first down. We'll dive forward for a decent gain, about 5. Okay. No kidding. Jets are still undefeated? Ah. Well, holy hell, they are. Oh, wow. So we got two straight wins against Philadelphia, and usually they're a true regional rival for us, so we can always depend on them to make it an awful game as far as, just surviving without all the teeth getting knocked out. Here comes the pressure, and he will manage to just get rid of it across the line of scrimmage. Wisconsin pressure will force a punt. Oh, okay. Good start by the Washington Capitals. Actually, let's look at the Winnipeg Jets schedule. Let's see who they've played so far. And this punt will bounce back at the 8 and then roll out of bounds at the 6. Fantastic job by number 94, Evans, on that kick. He'll pin Washington deep. All right, over for the Winnipeg Jets. Their last few games were Seattle, okay, St. Louis, all right, Pittsburgh, and the San Jose Sharks. So I don't know what we'd say about strength of schedule this early, but yeah, I just think it's good. It's cool that they're winning. Remember, we can't afford to lose them again like we lost the Nordiques. Never forget. Meanwhile, another good stop at the line by the Indiana defense, especially number 46, Jones. Contributing to that stop, only a gain of 2. And wow, we're almost done with the first quarter, and Ohio State has still not scored. In fact, neither has Nebraska. That game still 0-0. Oklahoma has gotten on the board in the meantime. He has some pressure in there. And even playing defense, they cannot prevent another interception for Pons. Second on the day. It was just a straight up 50-50 ball. Boston had to play defense, did knock it away for a bit, but only into the air. And Pons able to work that tip drill and catch it out of the air. Honestly, I ain't going to blame him for that reception. Just good positioning by Pons forced Boston into the unfortunate job of having to play defense. So, I would say, side Pons. Meanwhile, the wide receiver breaks away on coverage. Finally, the Indiana offense gets the touchdown. Omar Cooper over the middle. Down to 13:24 to go in the second, and yeah, they are alive and banging on the mats here in Bloomington. as a 42-yard touchdown pass. Point after is good. I'm just going to get the box score up so we can see how everything is falling so far for Taven Jackson. Okay, he hasn't had to do too much. Currently listed at 3 of 6 for 62 yards and a touchdown. Most of it was on that 41-yard connection. Will Rogers, no, not that one. For Washington, he is 6 of 8 for 68 yards and unfortunately the interception. So far, the only sacks recorded are for the Indiana defense. And holy hell, what a day for the Huskies. Well, just because I'm curious how the hell did Oklahoma score? Oh, they got a touchdown pass of 11 yards. Managed to actually drive down the field for it, too. And they are going to end the first quarter tied with Ole Miss, 7 apiece. I'll just get that back to the box score for whenever we need it. All right, just taking a look over at the NHL standings now. You know, for the most part, things feel familiar over in the Eastern Division, except for Detroit currently holding on to third place, along with Ottawa and Toronto being 4-4, but wow. Usually they would pile on the pitcher for giving up the walk-off grand slam. Interesting that they're going after the manager. All right, this kickoff will be short, and they just call a fair catch. Oh, that's right, because within the certain yardage in college football. Remember, the CFL never had to fix its kickoffs. All right, because that was his first appearance off IL since September 18th. Oh, meanwhile, great job to hold on through contact. I think Hunter got the first down for Washington on that play. And he is a starting pitcher. You don't say. Well, let's see if Aaron Boone has a moment of clarity in game 2. Meanwhile, Coleman on the run again, breaks through a tackle, stiff arms another dude away, and will now get down inside the 30, finally headed out of bounds inside the 20. And Washington has finally come alive here in the second quarter. Meantime, Indiana will respond with a tackle for a loss on that play, and a bit of pushing and shoving between linemen to end it. 2nd and 11 coming up. All right. MKI, because they are a division rival to you, I'm assuming that you probably have a better idea about this than I do. Um, Calgary Flames are currently first in the Pacific Division. Something to be worried about, or just neat, that won't last? Meanwhile, another first down by Washington. Just a quick pass underneath. And unfortunately, some bad tackling from Indiana here down in the red zone. All right, first and goal. Closest Washington has been to the end zone, I think, all game. Meanwhile, a little bit too much trickery, and the runner is swallowed up after a gain of 1. They're playing the undefeated Jets tonight, so you think it won't last. All right. And then we'll go for another handoff, and this time they work the protection right. They cannot catch him from behind. Giles Jackson able to run in for a touchdown. Washington is officially on the board. Only took them till the second quarter, but hey, they are here. And now the point after. And it is true and through. Oh, man, too much to choose from tonight. Is it the baseball? Is it the spectacular battle of hockey giants that will be Calgary versus Winnipeg? To be spoiled for choice like this. All right, back in on the scoreboard, which I apparently closed at some point. So, yep, we're prepared here. Oh, great to see. Navy has decided to join the football as well. They are on board against Notre Dame, 14-7 in the second quarter. And nothing else has started up yet. Oh, but I think we are close to getting a couple of the hockey games going today, aren't we? Yep. Red Wings Sabres and Wild versus Flyers are supposedly due to drop the puck any minute, although I'm sure we can add about another 7 or 8 minutes for the puck dropping ceremony and the national anthems and any other bits of spectacle that they want to do for the home crowd. Also got Utah versus the Kings. Best of luck against the mandate of heaven, MKI. Ducks versus Rangers coming up later. Capitals Lightning. Oh, I'm sure we'll be glad to see them again. Oh, no. Oh, no, it's Boston and Toronto. Like I said, folks, spoiled for choice. All right, we got a little regional matchup between the Blue Jackets and the Preds as well. Hurricanes versus Kraken. Great battle at sea. Panthers have to try to do do nonsense against the Islanders, and the Blues go against the Canadiens. Meanwhile, Pat McAfee is the guy hanging out at the college game in his 40s with his shirt off. And it's another kickoff out of bounds. Let's see. Shea Theodore gets his bag a 7-year, $51.975 million contract extension through 2032 season worth a 7.425. Wow. Nice payment for securing the bag. All right, we get a decent run up the middle by Indiana. Lawton will pick up 6. Oh no, has something happened in Ohio State? Yeah, couldn't stay scoreless forever, folks. Buckeyes are on the board, and we are all doomed. 7-0 for them. Oh, wow. Indiana, Ohio State. It'll be a faked handoff, and defense right it all the way and just prevented the receiver from getting anywhere near that pass. All right, 3rd and 4. All right, back goes into the far side as a receiver. And looking over the middle, and unfortunately, that shot was too far out of bounds, and now some extra words between the defender and the receiver afterwards. Doesn't look like anything too serious. Oh, he tried his best to hang on to that one and keep the one toe in, but just could not hang on. At this point, I'm pretty much convinced that Pat McAfee at a certain point of his life saw the film Old School and just decided he wanted to live that reality. At 9:45 to go in the second. Boston gets the fair catch. Washington will take control when the commercials end. Where did I leave it? I know I must have closed it. Let's get a quick look over all the football nonsense that we can expect tomorrow. Eagles versus Bengals. From how both teams seem to be struggling to get respect back this season, that game feels like it could be a quagmire. Ravens Browns. Wow, DTR is going to have a wonderful time on Sunday. Best of luck. Oh yeah, Titans Lions. I still think possible trap game even at Ford Field. I don't doubt it. Everything in the way that game went. Cardinals Dolphins. I don't know. Are they getting Tua back? Yeah, they're getting Tua back. But for how long? I think that has to be the unwritten addendum under everything that Tua does, not only for this season, but for the rest of his career, because I'm not sure how much more he can take. Like, they're essentially making it so that Patrick Mahomes can play on easy mode in Madden. He can just press whatever button and automatically the receiver is there to catch it. And all Kyler Murray is going to be able to say is, yo, stop using bots. Meantime, Washington was able to get a pass off a deflection even. Hunter ran across midfield. And now, oh my goodness, it got tipped away from him, and Hunter had to run to catch up to the ball's new flight path. Wow. They might have thought for a moment that the play was over, and they realized, oh shit, we got a block for him again. All right, Rodgers will spin around and throw it at, well, at least one person so he doesn't get flagged again for intentional grounding. All right. Second and 10. Still a bit healthy amount of noise here in Indiana. Coleman will get past the first tacklers in the backfield and finally rush forward for 3. I really want the Patriots to win, but I don't think they will against the Jets. And unfortunately, I'm sure Aaron Rodgers will have a lot to say after that victory. Yeah, I heard Darisaw is going to be out for the rest of the season with an injured knee. And Boston will be tackled short down to the 40. But that's still at least 4 yards away from the sticks. I know they've gone for it on fourth down at least a time or two. Hang on, someone's at the door. Oh. Well, now it is Indiana ball after they forced the turnover on downs. It's the second one of the game. At least the second one of the game. It's been much more of a defensive battle than I thought, starting with Washington getting a loss of at least one on that. What a game. Hey, may have gotten only one vote, but so far, it's been fun to watch. All right. Over in the NFL, NFC South. That game will be a riot no matter what. Jackson has to make a late throw, but it is grabbed across the 50. Cross with the first down for the Hoosiers. Okay. Packers Jaguars should be a win for the Green Bay. If it's not, maybe worry a little. It'll be a dump off out of the backfield. Managed to get dragged down after a gain of 2. Not too much, but Indiana doing a good job of bleeding clock here in the second quarter. Oh, that was a hip drop tackle injury. Okay. Well, I guess they're just going to tax the hip drop tackle out of existence. And a great job by number 6 for the Hoosiers, keeping his legs going and turning what should have been a stop for 2 into a gain for 5. And clock continues to go down to 3rd and 3. All right. 3rd and 3. They readjust everybody and actually do get it set. And we'll do a flip. Unfortunately, we saw the defense coming, and they're going to get marked down a yard shy at the 38. They want them to go for it again. The NFL infection is strong in this game. And they are. Oh, they are. Okay. Fourth and 1. And they fake the sneak, and sideline judge indicates he got the line to gain. First down, Hoosiers. Ellison, I think, was the one who ended up getting the handoff for that pickup. And finally, we got ourselves a 4th down conversion. Back gets the pass out of the backfield. He's able to step through 1 tackle, make it a gain of 3. Stop the clock at 3:48. And then we did get started again. Oh, Colts and Texans. Texans looking surprisingly mortal after last week against the Packers. So maybe I wonder if the Colts will learn anything that they can apply to their game. Saints and Chargers, that feels like the first who cares of the football season. Meanwhile, great tackle by Washington on 2nd down, no gain. Got a decent amount of yards to go on 3rd. Bills and Seahawks, that feels like it could be a lot of fun. Meanwhile, Broncos are going to beat up on the Panthers. Chiefs are going to beat up on the Raiders. The Commanders and the Bears. I have no idea what to expect. I'm hoping for the Commanders to knock the Bears around. And it's a completion to number 4, Price. Another Hoosier first. Honestly, I think she's just waiting for what she assumes is an automatic Grey Cup win for the Alouettes. We'll get another throw, but a good pursuit and tackle by number 3 for Washington, Shaw. And here we are. The 2-minute squat for glory has begun. Oh, Cowboys versus 49ers. Damn. Sorry, I just saw the records for the first time, and wow. Cowboys at 3-3, 49ers at 3-4. A little bit of the shine is off the rivalry, I think. Funny you mentioned that, MKI, because my yard happens to be a frequent pathway for the feral cats in the neighborhood. We don't get a lot of birds. They stick to the trees and know better than to be landing in my yard. So she does not get to do as much hunting, I think, as she would like. Meanwhile, oh, William. Oh, William. Yeah, we got to make Monday night's playlist extra good for William because it's going to be Giants and Steelers for Monday Night Football. It'll be a home game in Pittsburgh, and Giants, well, unfortunately, they have had to discover, you know, Zen and the art of draft tables. So yeah, if anybody has some requests that you want to throw in for Monday's show, be it covers, remixes, spooky stuff, after all, it is the Halloween time. Oh, of course they would. Of course they would. Yeah. I think I'll be okay away from it. All right. 2nd and 7. And we get a fake of a handoff. And that is Horton again. He'll be stopped with a yard to go. And that is, once again, more often than not, Washington's defense has been ready to contain Indiana. It's why the score of this game isn't much higher, because they have made some fantastic stops and tackles. And now we got the heavy set in. And a gap along the side manages to jump through one tackler's arms. Lawton gets the first down for Indiana. Fresh set, 1st and 10. And that's right, they still have all 3 timeouts. And Lawton will take it again, will drag his person down to the 5, it looks like. Meanwhile, a couple defensive backs decide they want to ask an O-lineman about biting his thumb. 2nd and 5. Meanwhile, clock has stopped, and I'm assuming that's a timeout. Yeah, there'll be a timeout by Indiana. And finally, we will get some of the commercials that they really needed to show because they got to make their money back somehow. Oh, you're rooting for the tank and you have to join the Black and Gold Brigade. That is fair. Targeting Burns and Blake Snell. Actually, where is Blake Snell right now? Oh, over in San Francisco. Wow. And Lawton again. 2nd and 5. He'll make it to the 3. And that'll be another timeout. The clock is at 48 seconds. Oh, I'm sorry. That wasn't an Indiana timeout. It was a Washington timeout because they want to still be able to do something. Okay. It's all right. Everybody needs to be reminded that Dr. Pepper exists. Yeah, considering I think the O's bullpen also fell apart later in the season, just like everybody else's. Yeah, them targeting arms is not out of the question. All right, now 3rd and 2. The big set is in. And Jackson, I think he got it. No, they're going to call him down short. Oh, but he did get the line to gain, so 1st and goal. Oh, yeah. He was down. And now clock starts up again. 1st and goal. And they get him shy of the goal line. And now finally Indiana has to use a timeout. So don't worry, we're getting possibly the entire oeuvre of Dr. Pepper commercials while we wait. All right, Ole Miss has gotten a field goal to get back ahead of Oklahoma, 10-7 in the 2nd quarter. Ohio State is up 14-3 now on Nebraska, and Notre Dame has done a bit more. 28-7, they now lead Navy. 5:05 to go in the 2nd quarter. Okay, 2nd and goal. We have a few receivers out. But of course, they go for the run and are stopped short again. And it looks like we'll have to go for another timeout again. I don't know why they're running in the gun. Nah, he didn't make it. Even if he did, might be his glove got over the line, but the ball did not. Nah. It won't have far to go, but again, another stop by Washington in the red zone. Hell, inside the 1. Okay, 3rd and goal now for the Hoosiers. They're getting their drone shot. Now here we go again. 2 receivers on the far side. And they bring the tight end back in. And unfortunately, they are stopped again. Loss of a yard. And now that it's 4th down, they're going to let it run and take the last time out, it seems. Wow. They could not get it over in 3 straight runs. Wow. No matter what, Washington has been able to clog it up every time. Tuputala for Washington. And now a field goal to end the half. Not long, 19 yards, but yeah, chip shot. Easy to end the half. Now 17-7. Meanwhile, Buffalo is leading Detroit 1-0 in the first period, and Philly is leading Minnesota 2-0. So don't worry. There's other sports that you can catch up on if you really need something to distract yourself here during intermission. Otherwise, relax. Go get a drink. Go make a sandwich maybe if you think you can do one that quickly. And we will return for the fun of Big Ten football. Indiana leading Washington 17-7 here on Another Stupid Sports Show. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. You're listening to 1069 Click FM, and we appreciate it. Another Stupid Sports Show is back. Third quarter is just about to begin. Indiana got a touchback on the kickoff. So Jackson, he'll get his pass batted away. Big man interception. I don't care that the Huskies got it, and I've kind of been rooting for Indiana this whole time. Number 55 won the tip drill. Let me get this guy's name up so that I can give him his proper credit. All right, this is number 55 for Washington, one of the defensive linemen. And that is Jacob Bandis, senior, originally from Pittsburgh, California. Holy hell. All right, we start the first half off with a big man interception for Washington. Huskies will get 2 on their first play from scrimmage. However, they're already in field goal range. Or at least I would hope they are. Honestly, Corman, yeah, it could be a lot worse. Y'all held them scoreless for a decent amount of time, too. Hey, anytime the offensive or the defensive linemen of the team get their mitts on the ball, we have to celebrate it because it doesn't happen very often. All right, good completion for about 4 or 5 over the middle to the tight end. Number 85, Latu on the reception that time. Will be 3rd down and 4 now for the Huskies. Hey, the Detroit got on the board. It's now only 2-1, Buffalo leading Detroit. All right, and they're still cheering pretty strong here at Bloomington. Two backs. Coleman is able to dodge the first tackler and get through inside the 10 for the first down. Oh, good. We got another touchdown, the Oklahoma and Ole Miss, and thankfully it was scored by a squirrel and not one of the teams. Yeah. Okay, so now we got a couple of interesting players that we can talk about. Jonah Coleman for the Washington Huskies, running back, and D'Angelo Pons in the secondary for Indiana. Meanwhile, DeMond Williams Jr. just ran it himself into the end zone, and Washington is now only down by 4. QB rushing touchdown. Points off the turnover. Can they make it a full 7? They do. It's true through, and with 12:45 to go here in the third. Damn, man. Yep. Once again, number 55, Jacob Bandis winning the tip drill, allowing Williams to have a pretty clear run into the end zone, let's be honest. Angie does not believe in playing contact sports, and Monty, well, let's find out. Hang on. Hang on. All right, Monty, we have an important question that needs to be answered for chat. Can you score a touchdown? Yeah, I think that's a definitive no. Yep. Okay. Thank you, Monty. Go be free. All right, there's our required advertisement for one of the schools involved in the game. And are we still waiting for? Yeah, we're still waiting for both the hockey games to get back from intermission. Meantime, Oklahoma and Ole Miss still at halftime. Oklahoma up 14-10. Yeah, meanwhile, Nebraska only down 14-6. Could be much worse. They could be like Navy right now. They're down 31-7 against Notre Dame at halftime. And now why? Oh, ball fell off the tee. And another fair catch on the kickoff. Nothing wrong. Nothing wrong with the kickoffs in American football. Damn. That was a nice job by Bandus. So from their own 25, 1st and 10. That's going to be gain up the middle for 5. Oh, they're only going to give them 4, 2nd and 6. Okay, 2 receivers on the far side for the Hoosiers. Single back. It will be the take. Finds some room around the corner. Gets the first down. Tumbles out of bounds. Lawton moves the chains for the Hoosiers. And finally, something for the crowd to cheer about now here in the third quarter. Oh yeah. And Saskatchewan needs I think they need Winnipeg to lose if they want to get that home game for the Eastern Final. I'm sorry, Western Final. Meanwhile, Montreal's run away with the East. All right, 2nd and 10 now for Indiana. Change gets communicated to the line. Washington showing pressure. It all gets picked up on this run. And a good block by the QB to provide an extra cushion. It's enough to get them the first down. Jackson running in to act as just a little speed bump out in the second level. He didn't get hit or anything, just enough to force the defender to have to deal with him. The announcers think that they're crazy for doing it, but hey, that was fun. And here is a pitch on 1st and 10, but a great job by, looks like, number 42 for Washington, just flying in from the other side of the line, limiting the gain on that to just 1. You see, I've also got my team sat Saskatchewan versus Calgary. We can get ahead and we can take the top spot. We can get a all right, from the gun, and it'd be a dump off to the near side, and unfortunately the defense swarms quicker than he can change direction. Be 3rd and long coming up. Oh no. There's another. Steve Belichick is a coordinator for Washington. 3rd and 7. Jackson finds an open receiver over the middle. At least a yard of separation for Price, and they are firmly in Washington territory for the first down. Down inside the 30 to the 26. First look is not ready. A dangerous pass. Incomplete. Saw a couple of defenders just flocking toward what was already a very low pass. Officially at 8:31 here to go in the third. Hoosiers have second and 10. Jackson, honestly, not having a bad day. Second and 10, and able to fall forward for a gain of 4. Okay, David Jackson's got 124 yards on the day, touchdown and an interception. Then again, Will Rogers for Washington got 2 interceptions in the first half. All right, 3rd and 6. Some great movement by number 44 to provide a block on the line. Was it enough to get them? It was. Ellison managed to stretch out just enough in the course of getting tackled to hit the first down. Yeah. Down now to 7-10. And he falls even with a great leading block from number 19, his receiver. Lawton would love to have that play back because I think he just tripped over somebody's leg as he was trying to get through. Okay, there's another handoff. And Allison will get inside the 10, 3rd and short coming up. Much better. True North, I mean, it's been interesting. It's been fun to watch. It's had different levels of stupidity and turnovers, and feels like we haven't had a flag in a while. So, honestly, I'm not complaining. Of course, like I said earlier, anything after last night's game-winning Rouge was going to be a letdown. But in its own way, I'm enjoying it. Meanwhile, we have to get the first time out for Indiana. Not sure for what reason. Especially with a home crowd in the 3rd quarter. And, oh, wow. They forgot to cut away to the stadium shot. Okay. Meanwhile, nothing else has changed much in the other games. Still up. Flyers and the Wild are back from their intermission. Second period has started. Yeah, we can check on it a little bit. Yeah, for a little bit in the first half, I thought that Indiana was about to run away in this game, but then the defense for Washington has bailed them out in a number of situations, whether it's just simple tackles in the backfield or getting another turnover on downs or just simple turnovers. Oh, and we got a big man interception. So, yeah. Other stats, moderate success on the ground. Washington's got 91 yards rushing. Indiana has 98 yards rushing. And it has been much more offered the defense doing things. I just know that I have to remember the name D'Angelo Pons now. And see if we remember him when the draft time comes around. Or at least whenever he comes up in the system, because I'm not sure if he's a senior or not. Okay, 3rd and 3 now, and they move it to the Wildcat. They fake the pitch to the quarterback and manage to bounce forward for the first down. Ellison out of the Wildcat. Wow. 1st and goal now for Indiana. Jackson wins the receiver across for the block. And Ellison, did he get the line? They're calling it. Touchdown for Justice Ellison. Hoosiers build their lead again. Grassy MLB video before GTA 6. Wow. What can I say, Luke? Things fall apart. The center cannot hold. Point after for Indiana is true and through. They're now up by 10. All right. Let's see what Mr. Grossi is getting up to. In such nonsense. And oh yeah, we've got a little bit of racing to take in once this stream is over. And yeah, in case you are wondering, I did go and watch the whole inning that led up to the Grand Slam. Oh, that was fun to watch. All right. Oh, you know what? I bet he didn't have to go very far to find a Yankees hat, I'll tell you that. Oh no. Oh no, there's a whole bunch of different script writers now. All right, before I start talking too much, I need to look up, the schedule for Indiana. Okay. Northwestern, Nebraska. All right, they're doing, and they're still up against Washington. Then they get Michigan State, then Michigan, and then Ohio State on November 23rd. Well, I was afraid that we were just going to be the game of the flag for a moment, but it's been relatively quiet. All right, 5:03. And is 1st and 10 for the Huskies from their own 25. Launching it and off a hand and batted away. Intended for Boston, incomplete. Yeah. This is... Things suddenly get really interesting for Indiana if they can hold on to this win. Meanwhile, a great job by number 24, surviving hit after hit after hit to turn that into a 5-yard gain. Oh, man. Birmingham ended up hit a tie with Mansfield. Okay. The first World Series walk-off grand slam. All right, 3rd and 5. Extra pressure shown. They end up dropping back into coverage, and they get the first. And who is it again? Boston. Got at least 4 yards past the line. And once again, Coleman cannot be caught until he gets into the secondary. 13-yard gain. Oh, man. This one is not done. Coleman only has 2 yards to go before he hits 100 on the day. Meanwhile, Williams will keep it himself and just barely get back to the line. They might mark him a yard shy of reaching it. But damn. Good stop by Indiana. Okay, Nebraska's got another field goal. They're only down by 5. Forgive me, 14-9. I switch quarterbacks again, and Latu will get brought down at the sticks. 1st down, Huskies. Yeah, now they're just switching up Will Rogers and Williams, it seems, every couple of plays. Good pickup of the pressure. Has to be escaped. Almost picked. They're going to call it incomplete. Walker got his hands, but could not stay in. Yeah, his feet came down out of bounds. Damn. All right, 2nd and 10. Rogers dropping back. And he will get brought down at the 45. That is a loss of 9 on the play. Actually, yeah, it'll be loss of 8. They'll probably mark him at the 44. So 3rd and 18. I wouldn't blame them, MKI. I think more than a few people were crying after that. For different reasons, of course. 3rd and 18. They're hooting in Bloomington. The pressure gets him out of the pocket. And that is out of bounds. There is a flag, however. Illegal forward pass. Holy crap. He had stepped over the line of scrimmage. Holy crap. So it becomes 4th and 22 now. And wow. A good stop by Indiana, even if they did have a little bit of help from the refs, too. And damn. They just curl up with it at the 1. They're going to have a long way to go. Oh, no. They're already advertising NCAA basketball. Oh. See what I mean, people? Spoiled for choice. I mean, mentally in my head right now, I'm already replacing the Friday night football with Friday night basketball. So that's probably what's going to be as soon as we get into the next couple weeks. And yeah, I'll try to get at least a month out of the NCAA tournament, or however, maybe a month or 2 out before I go into the college basketball. But because oh damn, I just realized we can't do it this week because yeah, November 1st will be coming up soon, and I've already decided that we're going on for the Nebraska-Wisconsin women's volleyball game. Let's see. Nothing has changed in Ohio State. Nebraska still 14-9 halfway through the third quarter. Ole Miss has pulled ahead of Oklahoma, now 16-14. Okay. Whoa, those are a lot of more solo cups than I've seen in a while. Apparently they have a flamethrower too. Cool. Meantime, the Buffalo Sabres are still leading the Red Wings 3-2 in the second period. Wow, good run by Ellison, is able to carry the pile out to the 13. First down. Damn. Good run. Good run by Ellison. And I think they're just going to let the clock expire here at the end of the third. Indiana maybe got a little of its momentum back. Definitely hearing more cheers than we did for most of the third quarter from the home crowd right now. So, they could very well do it. They could. I got to be honest, I didn't even consider the colors that I was putting on today. This is a total accident. I swear. This is probably why I have a hard time sticking to one team or one state. I guess I just like too many colors. Anyway, we are going to take our pause for the cause, and we will come back for the fourth quarter. Thank you for tuning in to another Stupid Sports Show. We are back for the fourth quarter. Don't worry, we haven't missed too much except for a face mask penalty. And an okay run by Ellison there. Oh, yeah. Good to be back, Luke. Good to be back. All right. Jackson's stats have not budged much since we went to halftime. Yeah, most of this can be attributed to Justice Ellison, I think. 82 yards on 20 carries. And that is Tyson Lawton, who will get two up the middle that time. Oh, and now we have a timeout on the field because of a injured player. And they're not even. Oh yeah, they're not even putting a camera view on him at the field. They've gone to the high angle. Okay. Hopefully that doesn't indicate something serious because they normally don't have a problem with putting the camera on the injured player. Also, just so that I don't feel like a dumbass about talking about it. All right. Let's look up Ravens Browns. Yeah, reeling from the Watson injury. Oh, so it's going to be Jameis Winston. Oh no. Not famous Jameis. Meanwhile, we're already getting goalies assigned to the AHL. Oh, for conditioning. Okay. Right now, Luke, post-stream plans are probably... yeah, probably eat lunch. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking about right now, eating lunch. Don't know what I'll have, but I definitely know it will be food and it will be consumed. Oh, you don't have to tell me twice about the Volleyball Big Ten Network. I am already sold. I'm already enjoying it. The Browns fans cheering when he was on the cart. Oh. Oh. Meanwhile, sorry, I just got so caught up in how that play developed. Just a messed up play, and it ends up with being pass interference on Indiana. Like, me personally, if you had, I do remember that happening during the stream with Adam, and as I recall, my reaction was very much, yeah, it's always bad when people get injured. For that to happen to him, especially to him, it makes you feel a certain way. Oh. Oh. The Southern term, like, as much as I could say bless his heart without directly saying bless his heart. However, some people have never really learned the art of bless his heart. And so therefore, they boo him on the fucking cart while he's injured. All right. Again for Jonah Coleman. He'll get about 4. Oh, that's another name that we should probably write down for future reference. Jonah Coleman, because he has impressed me today. Model citizen. All right, Coleman again. This time he will get met with force. Only a gain of 2, maybe 3. All right, 3rd and 4 now. We're a little bit behind on time. It is 12:28 to go in the 4th. The noise coming up, and all the members of the Royal Order of the Water Buffalo are waving their towels. Meanwhile, they try Coleman again, and he'll be hit early and often. Barely get across line of scrimmage for a positive gain. So give credit to number 2, Walker, for Alabama, for coming in to make first contact, softening, stopping the speed so that the lineman could come over and effectively squash the play. Yeah. We'll get a bit of a punt return. A bit more of a punt return out to the 50, across the 40, and not much of a lane left. He'll be clocked out at the 16. Number 8 for Indiana. Holy hell. Holy hell. Kalen Black with a monstrous punt return deep into the Huskies' end of the field. Wait, really? Trading Tre'Davious White. Ravens, Bengals, and Vikings. I don't blame them. All right, Ellison again. He'll bounce out of one tackle and then will be buried at the 5. And he has a lot to say about it as he gets up. Yard shy of the first, but right now it's feeling like Indiana could pull away right now. Oh, dear. Browns are going to go through it tomorrow. Ellison does get the first. Yep, I think he got the first. And I can just leave the timer alone, thankfully. Indiana has the same idea. Spend all the time they want. Rashad Bateman or Mark Andrews for Tre'Davious White. I'm sure they'll offer you like a cask of some really good wine, but they don't just have to go get it out of the basement if you want to go with them. So now 2nd and goal, maybe the 2 now for Ellison. if the Browns score 20 for the first time in this season tomorrow? Where are they going to be playing? Oh, they're going to be playing in Cleveland. I think I might have to keep the game on for one very specific reason, and that depends on who is on offense first. Just because I will want to hear if there's any kind of loud reception for Jameis Winston. Just trying not to say Jameson Williams. Meanwhile, Jackson will keep it himself. Rushing touchdown for Taven Jackson. The number 2 QB had to come in after the season starter for the Hoosiers injured his thumb in the last game. Nick Chubb and Lamar Jackson blasting off? Well, we can only hope. Yeah, I know. I heard about it. I didn't even bother looking into it. So I don't know what the specific substance was or what the counter arguments were. I have just completely avoided it. All I know is it happened, and okay. Now I want to see who will be able to step up in his absence. That's all. I'm just saying, Khalif Raymond did get a little bit more involved in the game last week. He even got a passing touchdown of his own. And I think part of the reason that he has been on the roster for as long as he has is because of the speed that he's been able to display. So, as weird as it may sound, to say that, Khalif Raymond is going to be the substitute for Jameson Williams over the next couple of weeks, I think that is the facet of his game that, Campbell would be looking for. And I really hope this kind of rationalization bears forth in the Titans game. Out of curiosity, let's go over to Fox Sports for the defensive rankings. Oh, no kidding. Titans are number 1 in total defense. 3rd in passing and 7th in running. Okay. No kidding. Are by any chance are they going to be adjusting school times? Because I think once they start adjusting school times, then we'll know that it's really serious. But damn, that is cool to hear. Oh yeah, we have to make a good playlist for William to listen to as he cheers on the Pittsburgh Steelers. All right, we've got a return out to the 25 from Washington. They'll make it to the 30. Oh, wow. The Buckeyes stuffed Nebraska at the goal line. All right. Yeah, we'll get the touchdown on there. 31-14. Washington now playing down by 17, at least 2 scores. No, make it 3. Get a reception, gain of 8. They'll put 2 out to the far side. Rogers again. And they'll manage 5 up the middle. Was that Coleman? No, that's Muhammad. One of the other running backs that we haven't seen get much action today. And another timeout for an injured defensive player. And they didn't even mention what happened to that previous injured player. So either they're waiting or it wasn't anything serious. Let's see. All right. Meanwhile, the entire second period has passed by. The Wild and the Flyers are tied up at 3 at the end of the second. Red Wings still trailing the Buffalo Sabres. This time it's 4-3 with 4 minutes to go in their second period. Still got a little bit of time before LA Kings face off against the Mandate of Heaven. And even further before Hockey Night in Canada, Maple Leafs Bruins. They played on the weekend for games 1 and 2. Games 3 to 5 should be interesting since game 2 is on Sunday morning there. Okay. Oh, Steve. I hope they at least put up a decent fight. Cuz I didn't have the standings up. I had closed the window. I was curious to see where. Oh, yeah, the Boston Bruins are. Yeah, they're 3-4-1 right now, so not much better than the Toronto Maple Leafs right now, who are 4-4 after 8 games. But at least the injured player was able to walk off the field. Time for Rogers. Hit as he throws, but the reception's still made. Cam Davis popped out. Are they marking him the first? Yeah, they're giving him the first. Oh, yeah, losing to the Blue Jackets. The Blues are all right, it seems, but meanwhile, they cannot tackle him, keep trying to strip instead. And that gives the receiver an extra 10 yards, just in the course of dragging him down the field. Okay, now 1st and 10 somehow, and they're going to try a screen pass to get to the goal line. I'm not sure where they're going to really where they can really mark the first, unless it's like an inch outside the goal line. No, and now it's 2nd and goal. Okay. Under 7 minutes to go. Washington just looking for anything to get them back in. No interference call for Boston. A true overthrow. Incomplete. No kidding. Let's see if... Oh, so, yeah. North Carolina's just having a field day, apparently. All the pressure for him, and he gets cut down by number 41. Holy hell, 4th and goal now for Washington. I mean, I would think take the points. I mean, we've seen what Washington's defense can do when their back is up against it. Oh, no, they're going for the field goal attempt. 23-yarder. And it does make it through. Hey, they got technically one of the scores that they needed. I mean, 2 touchdowns and extra points. They have tied it up. Oh, looks like they don't quite have the video yet of this proclaimed thick 6. All right, we'll keep our eyes open. Oh yeah, and then the legacy matchups. Michigan State and Michigan. All right. Again, a kickoff, maybe a return. Yeah, they're going to kick it short and just, yeah, fair catch again. Oh. Once again, nothing wrong with the kickoff. Okay, so what are we going to do? Hopefully just a bunch of running plays. They start with 2 receivers to the far side and 1 running back to the near slot and back again for imagined blocking on the edge. Instead, they go up the middle. Ellison with a gain of 5. All right, this is good. They're being aware. They are taking their time getting out of the huddle and settling down. Now they readjust and resettle. Snap with 5 on the clock. Managed to get a little bit of an edge. First down and more. It does stop the clock briefly out of bounds. And then starts going again. Oh. You know, out of any other context, that would seem like a strange message, Luke. But since we know what we're talking about in here, a defensive lineman getting an interception. Wow. Nebraska's leading? Really? Now we have another run by Ellison. Only gets two, 2nd and 8. Hey, man. Pretty much MKI. So they held on the handoff as long as they can, and Ellison only gets a yard. And Washington will take their first time out as the clock gets under 4 minutes. No kidding. Oh, well, last day of the regular season for the CFL gets started soon. Blue Bombers up against the Alouettes. And there it is, 17-14 with 10:47 to go in the fourth quarter. Hey, it is a lead, and at least you can say you had it. Ole Miss is now up 23-14 on Oklahoma, by the way. Notre Dame 44-14 over Navy. Ellison gets the handoff again, first down across the 50. Wait, are you kidding? 30 carries? Holy crap, he's got 28 carries on the day. Wow, Justice Ellison really putting in overtime. All right, two receivers on the near side for the Hoosiers. And one returning to run block, and it's Ellison again. Another 4. And here comes Washington's second timeout. All right. Well, now I'm definitely going to have to keep my eye on Indiana, if only for another week, just to see if they can keep up this charmed run. Oh, yeah, daylight savings. Oh. I guess I'm going to have to prepare for that. Meanwhile, next game is going to be against Michigan State. Meanwhile, Black hits the pile, dashes around it, and gets another first down. Out of bounds for a brief moment. Now there's the clock. It's going again. All right, Indiana. Something goes very, very awful in the next couple seconds. Looks like they're going to be 8-0. Meanwhile, Jackson they work the fake that time. He manages to First pass to defender who was coming up to get a sack and gets out of bounds after a gain of 8. Wow. A little bit of everything here from Indiana. And finally, we have reached the 2-minute squat for glory. And the stands haven't emptied. They're not wrong. The fans who, at least according to Wikipedia, haven't had much of a history to cheer about as far as their football program is concerned. 8-0. Let's see. I had forgotten who. Oh yeah, they're playing Illinois. That's one of the games that's going to be coming up at 2:30. So Oregon also playing for better standing in the Big Ten. Right now, from the top, it goes in the Big Ten: Indiana, Oregon, Penn State, Illinois, Wisconsin. Yeah, I'm sure like the really dedicated Indiana fans are just waiting for, I guess, the other shoe to drop. And when I say other shoe, I mean the rest of their schedule, which once again, Michigan State, Michigan, Ohio State, and then Purdue. Like Michigan State, Michigan, I'm not sure they could handle it. Ohio State, I mean, we're seeing how much fun Nebraska is having dealing with them today. Like just as I say it, 1st and 10 at the Nebraska 26 for the Buckeyes. All right, 2nd and 2. I think we might have gotten a little bit of a stop. And is that going to be Washington's final timeout? I'm assuming it is. Wow, they're already doing predictions for who's going to get into the college playoff. Wow. Honestly, it just doesn't feel earned. Like I've been able to deal with the natural progression of the light coming of the lights disappearing earlier and earlier, but once daylight savings time hits, that is just like a punch. And there's also that. It's okay. They got all the room they needed that time. And I think this is going to be just three victory formations now. Or no, they probably have to run like one more play. Yeah, just like that. Back in front, now up 20-17. 6:04 to go in the fourth quarter. There's the first kneel down. And yeah, they are going to be effectively able to kneel this out. Indiana gets a Big Ten win. They move to 8-0. And, a little bit more distraction before basketball season comes back. Yeah, here's to the end of daylight savings time. Oh, yeah. There's the first mention of the class of 67, which was their last championship year. Fantastic. Well, hey, day wasn't a total loss despite what some of you might think about college football. We learned a couple of names that could pop up in the draft, and hey, we got an 8-0 start, which, they haven't had one since 1967, which was once again one of their championship years for the Big Ten anyway. So we can at least say we got that out of it. And in the meantime, maybe this was a little good wake-up call for all the really interesting games that are going to be going on later today. Everybody listed all of them through baseball, more college football, CFL, and hockey. But that's going to do it for me today here on another Stupid Sports Show. Thank you again for dropping by. Once again, Indiana Big Ten victory over Washington, 31-17. This is Jim B on 106.9 Click FM. Thanks for watching, and good night, Milwaukee, wherever you are.